Hello, hello. This is our monthly Ask Me Anything call. I am so thrilled that you guys are here with me today, and we're going to answer a ton of questions that I've been receiving from you in email, on social media, and in the comments in my Life Editor Clubhouse Facebook group. So thank you. Thanks so much for being here with me today. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I'm Sage Grayson, and I'm a former book editor turned life coach. And I teach something called life editing, which is all about editing your life the same way that you would edit a manuscript if you were a book editor. So right now, at this point, it's March 2nd, and I'm going a little nutty because next week I am hosting my live retreat, Life Editor Weekend. So if it seems like I'm not around as much on social media, or you don't hear from me in email as much, it's because I'm massively busy. I am massively busy right now, but it's good. It is so good, and I look forward to this retreat all year long. Okay, but I am taking some time out today over lunch to talk to you and answer your questions. So like I said, we do this every month. I do an Ask Me Anything call live on my Facebook page to answer your questions. I also do another bonus Ask Me Anything call in my private Facebook group for Life Editor Clubhouse. So today I'm going to answer some questions that I've received from you. And if you have a question during the call, just type it into the comment box and I'll see it and I'll be able to answer it during the call. Or if you're watching this video later, you can still type your questions into the comments and I will answer them as soon as I see them. Good? All right. So the first question is, what am I reading? What am I reading now? So I told you before how I try to read maybe like 3, sometimes 4 books a week, which I'm beginning to realize is a lot for most people. Most people don't read that many books, but I do. And of course I do, because I'm a former book editor. But this week I'm reading a little less, like I said, because I'm so busy. But here's what I am reading. So do you ever have those weeks where you're just kind of feeling blah, where you're kind of not feeling very inspired? So I had that this week. I was feeling just a little muddled, like not feeling inspired, not feeling like I was coming up with good ideas. So I read one of my absolute favorite books of all time to try to reignite that spark of creativity with me. So this week I read The Phantom Tollbooth. I bet a lot of you probably read this back in elementary school. So it is a book about a little boy who is very, very bored with the whole world. Like nothing is appealing to him anymore. He doesn't see why he has to go to school. Why does he have to learn things? Everything is boring. And then this magical gift appears in his room. It's a toll booth, which he drives through on his toy car. And then he ends up in a world that's completely different and completely fanciful. All sorts of interesting, weird, funny characters. And I love this book because I was in publishing for so long, that I have this real love of words and language and puns and wordplay and all of that. So reading The Phantom Tollbooth is such a pleasure because it's really funny if you like language. You'll get more of the jokes if you like language. So I read this, and I read it in about, 2 hours. It's a really, really quick book, and there's such cute pictures in here too. But I felt like, well, okay, at the end, I'm such a big crier. Like when I read certain books, I always end up crying because it's so emotional to me. And this book always makes me cry at the end. It's just so beautiful. It's like you can probably guess what happens. Like he finds his zest for life again. But anyway, so afterwards I just felt like I could take a breath, like I could breathe again, and everything seemed a little bit brighter in my life. So if you are ever feeling stuck or muddied and just can't move forward, you're just feeling completely uninspired, try reading The Phantom Tollbooth. Don't be put off that it's a children's book, because I get inspired by a lot of children's things anyway. So don't let that hold you back from reading it. It's really one of my favorites. So yes, I read this week. And then the other book that I read was The Financial Diet. So this is actually the book club book that my Life Editor Academy Silver Level members are reading this month, The Financial Diet. Many of you probably follow the author Chelsea on YouTube. She's an amazing YouTube channel called The Financial Diet, and she has a way of explaining financial matters really simply, and she doesn't talk down to her viewers, and she makes everything really easy to understand about how you should be investing, how you should be saving, how to not get into that credit card trap, different ways to be budget friendly without sacrificing your social life. So I thought this would be a great book for us to read for our book club. So if you're not in our book club, come join the Life Editor Clubhouse membership site. So join us at the silver level and you'll get to be a part of our book club where we discuss various books that we're all reading together. Plus you get dozens, like I think up to 40 different classes in the clubhouse for your life and your business, plus multi-week programs, plus the videos from my live events. It's really a really good deal to join this silver level of the Life Editor Clubhouse. So yeah, so we're reading The Financial Diet this month. So I reread it again. It's a really pretty book too. I always love books like where they use color well, where they have lots of call outs, where they make it like easy for you to follow along, and it's not just like straight text forever. So yeah, so that's what I'm reading this week. It feels so small because I've only got 2 books that I'm reading this week. I'll see how it goes. Maybe this weekend I will try to like cram in another book, but I don't know. Yeah, I usually read a lot more, but this week I have so much to get ready for. So yeah, so I hope that answered your question, what I am reading this week. And then after Life Editor Weekend, next week we will reevaluate my reading schedule. Okay, next question. What's the difference between a master to-do list and your regular daily to-do list? So this is a question that I get asked so much, and it's really like a tripping point for my clients because I notice a lot of clients do this, and they make this big mistake. And I actually caught one of my clients doing this week, and I was like, no! I just kind of like freaked out a little bit. Oh, hi Hiromi, hi Janet. I'm just watching everyone join the call. So I kind of freak out a little bit when I see people like misusing their master to-do list. It gets a little confusing. So let me try to clear it up and make it a bit easier so you can actually benefit from it. Okay, so your master to-do list is called many things. It could be called a master to-do list. It could be called a brain dump. I use that phrase a lot too, a brain dump. It could be called a parking lot. One of my old coaches would call it a parking lot. So whatever this master to-do list is, it's where you write things and you put them, but you don't act on them right away. You're just getting them out of your head and onto paper or onto whatever kind of planning app you're using so that you can capture it without losing it. So your master to-do list might be pages and pages long. It might be 10 pages long, front to back in a notebook, just every little thing that you can possibly think of to do. So it, hi Tina, hi Tawanda, I love seeing everyone come in. So your master to-do list is everything. It's the places you need to call, the appointments you need to make. It's the birthday gifts you need to buy. It's the groceries you need to get. It's your next launch for your business. It's asking for a raise from your boss. It's everything you can possibly think of. That's why it's called a master to-do list. Everything goes on it. It's everything, everything you can possibly want. So I like the idea of calling it a parking lot too, because like a car goes into the parking lot and parks and you'll come back to it later. That's exactly what your master to-do list is if you call it a parking lot. You are parking these ideas. You're not doing anything with them right now. You've heard me call it a brain dump, and that's literally what it is. You just take your brain and blah, you just kind of dump it onto the page. So that's what your master to-do list. It's very, very long, and it's everything. Everything that comes up in your life, in your business, your relationships, whatever it is that you're doing and you don't want to forget about it, you put it on your master to-do list. But here's the problem that I have noticed with my clients, and I'm always like, don't do this. They think you work from your master to-do list. No, you do not work from your master to-do list. Let's say that one more time. You do not work from your master to-do list. So I had a client and she was getting really frustrated because she wasn't getting her work done. She was feeling like stifled every day. Every day was like this enormous pressure to get stuff done and make progress. And she was just like, ugh, freezing up. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Why are we freezing up? Why are we procrastinating? Why are we so stressed out? So I asked her to show me her to-do list. And what she showed me was her master to-do list. It was like 4 pages long. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is your master to-do list. It's not your daily to-do list. It's not even your weekly to-do list. It's not a project plan. So let me clear this up. Your master to-do list has everything, but you don't work from your master to-do list. When you're trying to accomplish something, you have to think super, super small. The smaller you can think, the better. Because if you look at a list of 100 tasks to do, and they're all in different categories, and they all are going to take a long, long time, of course you're going to freeze up. Of course you're going to feel like, I can't do this, I can't do this. Because it's too much. It's too much, and it really divides your attention. You shouldn't have to be thinking about 100 things at once. You shouldn't have 100 different tasks running around in your head at one time, because it's going to make it very difficult for you to focus and actually make any kind of progress. And I would rather you make small, tiny progress every day than get overwhelmed and not make any progress at all. So any progress, no matter how small, is still progress. So, oh, yes, Janet says, so it's like getting things done, Sunday maybe list. Yes, that's exactly what it is. If you haven't, I have the book over there on my bookshelf. If you haven't read Getting Things Done by David Allen, you have to check it out. So yes, it's like the someday maybe list. You put whatever you don't want to lose, but you do want to capture it somehow. You put it in your master to-do list. So each day, how do you figure out what are you supposed to work on each day? Well, I like taking your master to-do list and thinking about what are your next projects that you have to do in the next 12 weeks. So you guys know this, I'm big on doing 12-week years where you focus just on your next 12 weeks, not where you're going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever. Because 12 weeks or 3 months it's long enough to get stuff done, but it's still short enough to feel urgent. You can probably predict where you're going to be 12 weeks from now. This is why I do a 12-week planner that you can find in the Life Editor Clubhouse. So, okay, looking at your master to-do list, what projects absolutely have to get done in the next 12 weeks? So maybe that's something like planning a big birthday party for someone in your family. And maybe that's launching a project for your business, something like that. Or maybe it's a weight loss goal, whatever it is, but it's just for that shorter amount of time. Then you're going to pull those things off of your master to-do list and put them in project plans. If you're using my planners, my edited year planners, you are very familiar with my project planning pages, where you write the name of the project at the top and then you list all of the little things that fit in with that project on that page. So I hope this isn't getting too confusing. So you take your master to-do list, pull out the projects that need to happen in the next 12 weeks, and then after you list all of the steps for that project that need to get done in those 12 weeks, then you pull out what needs to get done on a weekly basis for those 12 weeks, like actually plugging them in to the weeks. I find that's really, really important. That if you say like, okay, so I have to call the caterers sometime during these 12 weeks, well, you're going to be doing it at the last second and you might not get the results that you want. But if you actually plug it in, like I need to call the caterers on week 3, or I need to I don't know, I need to be at this weight by week 8 or else I won't fit into my swimsuit, like whatever it is that your goal is, like actually plugging it into the specific weeks. So that's really important. Once you have those bigger tasks plugged into those weeks, then every single day, pick, you're gonna love this, just 3 things to work on each day. I know that might be like really bizarre to some of you, because I know some of you are doing like 25 things a day, and then you're completely exhausted at night and you just collapse on the couch. Or you try to do 25 things in a day, but you only get 5 of them done, and then you feel really bad about yourself and you feel completely defeated. And that's not good either. So I would like you to pick just 3 things per day that you're going to focus on to get done during that day, and keep them things that can actually get done in a day. So sending a report, or recording a video, or making a phone call, or something like that. It can't be something that's massive and it's going to take more than a day. If it is massive and it is going to take more than a day, break it down. Keep breaking it down smaller and smaller until you have those daily tasks that lead you to that bigger project. So let me go over this one more time. Master to-do list, everything goes on there. Then you pull out your projects that need to get done in the next 12 months, or 12 weeks, and then you list all of the tasks that go for those projects. And then from those projects, you plug them into each week, and then for each day, you pick 3 tasks that need to get done that day, and you do those first. Again, if you guys are familiar with the book, Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, you know about eating your frogs, doing your 3 most important tasks first thing in the morning. So if you haven't downloaded the 12-week planner that's in the Life Editor Clubhouse, log into the Life Editor Clubhouse, do it today, download the planner, and this breaks down everything that I was just talking about, because there's dot grid pages in there for your master to-do list, there's project planner pages in there, there's weekly planning pages, and you can even use the dot grid pages for like specific daily tasks, especially if you want to do like a timetable. I know some of you are really good at bullet journals, so you do all of that planning and habit tracking and all of that. So I hope that answers your question. You don't work from your master to-do list. Just pull out the things that you need to do right today, because your energy is so precious, your energy is limited, and if you're looking at 100 task to-do list, it's going to completely zap your energy, and you're going to be frozen. You're not going to make any progress. So just focus on the 3 things that need to get done today, and you'll inch forward without the overwhelm. All right. Ooh, so Janet says, how long should the 3 tasks take? You know your energy best, but for me, I know that I am most on my game and I am most focused between 8 in the morning and 11 in the morning. So I'm an early bird. I get up around 5. I know that's so terrible for some of you are like, how did she do that? But yeah, I wake up around 5 and I spend a few hours meditating and writing and doing things for me, doing lots of self-care for me, and just gradually waking up. And then between 8 and 11, those are my prime hours. And then in the afternoon, I have client calls. So for me, I try to get those 3 things done within 3 hours, because I know if I don't get them done in those 3 hours, they're not getting done the rest of the day, because I'm going to be distracted, rightfully so, attending to my clients, or I'm going to be eating lunch, or I'm going to be tired, or my husband will be home and all my time's gone. So for me, I try to make those 3 tasks that I do every day less than 3 hours. Like, I got to get it done in those morning hours. There's a great blog post on my blog, which I will link somewhere around here. It's called the Before Lunch List, and you've probably read it, talking about how to front load your day, do everything that's really important before lunch, because then if you're distracted, if you're tired, if you ate too much for lunch and you're just not productive in the afternoon, at least you got those main important things done. Never ever save your 3 most important tasks for the afternoon. Don't trust that you're going to have more time in the future. Expect that you're not going to have more time in the future. Yeah, so I guess that's my guideline is you should be able to get your 3 most important tasks ideally in the morning. But if you're really not awake in the morning and those aren't your good times, like you're a night owl, whenever your prime hours are, when your mind is sharpest, that's when you should get those things done. Okay, so next question. What's the difference between Life Editor Clubhouse, Life Editor Academy and Life Editor Weekend. Yeah, I think besides the question of how do I start a business when I'm very distracted and I have a million things going on, this is probably the second most popular question I get asked. And it's kind of my own fault because everything that I release has a very similar name. And it's because Life Editor is my branding, it's my trademark. And everything sounds very, very the same, like Life Editor this, Life Editor that. Whoa, what's the difference? Okay, so let me break it down to you. And I do call them shorter names. I call them the Clubhouse, the Academy, the Weekend, to try to clear it up a little bit. But let me break it all down for you. Okay. Life Editor Clubhouse is my membership site that houses all of my monthly Clubhouse classes, my multi-week programs like Life Editing for Beginners and Startup in 60, the videos from my retreats, my free stuff, worksheets, ebooks, my old podcast that I used to do, everything. Basically, everything that I create goes into the Clubhouse. It's a membership site. It houses everything that I create. So there are different levels of the Clubhouse. There's a free level that most of you are in, where you can log into the Clubhouse and download all of the free worksheets, the free ebooks, all of my recommended books and resources. It's great. There's a whole bunch of freebies in there for you to enjoy. And then there's the paid silver level of the Clubhouse. The silver level gets access to more things. So if you log into the Clubhouse, there's a whole bunch of icons for the different classes and retreats and whatever. If you have access to it, they are lit up and they're brightly colored. If you don't have access to them, they are grayed out and they're hidden from you. You can see what they're supposed to be, but they're grayed out. When you click on them, you're taken to the sales page. So if you join at the silver level, and it's a paid membership, it's an annual subscription, you're charged once a year. If you're in the silver level, then you get dozens and dozens of classes. For your life, for your business, we do classes on resistance, procrastination, time management, gratitude, self-care, all sorts of different things, writing, how to start a blog, how to organize things in an operations manual, how to create an email list and why you should, all sorts of different things. So we do monthly classes like that, and those are in the silver level. And then you get access to all of my old programs. I'm going to say old programs, but my previously created programs, like the 9-week Startup in 60 course, which is for entrepreneurs, and the 5-week Life Editing for Beginners course, which is a really great beginner's course if you're really new to life editing. So that's all in the Clubhouse. So you're wondering, okay, that's the silver level. Are there gold levels? Are there platinum levels? Yes, there is. But those aren't in the Clubhouse per se. They are in the Academy. So while the Clubhouse is my membership site, and that's for everyone to enjoy, the Academy, Life Editor Academy, is a mastermind group. So if you're not familiar with the term mastermind, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a coming together of many, many minds, many viewpoints, many ways of thinking to create one mastermind, one bigger way of thinking, one collective group thinking. So a mastermind group is where women from all over the world come together and support each other, celebrate our successes, talk about our challenges, make action plans, share our goals, and really become bonded, become accountability partners for either 6 months or 12 months. So my 6-month mastermind group, Life Editor Academy Gold, and then my 12-month mastermind group is a Life Editor Academy Platinum. And both groups have different things involved. So Life Editor Academy Gold has 30-minute one-on-one calls with me, plus group calls, plus one retreat. And we do have a book club too, but they have to buy the books. Whereas Life Editor Academy Platinum is 12 months long. You get 60-minute calls with me. You also get group calls. You get 4 retreats. And there is a book club, but I package up all the books and other goodies and I mail them to the Platinum members. So that's the difference between Life Editor Academy Gold and Life Editor Academy Platinum. Actually, I will be relaunching the Academy in just a few weeks. Next week opens up spots for early bird members. So if you're on my early bird list, you will get notified of that and you can check it out. And then the following week, which is the 12th, I think it's the 12th, that's when the official launch for Life Editor Academy opens up again. So stay tuned for that. You'll get a lot more information from me. But you can also go to sagegrayson.com right now, and in the navigation bar, you can click Academy and you can watch videos from the previous years and see everything that's involved. And then finally, I'm just looking at the comments. Janet says that there's so much in there in the clubhouse. It's awesome. It is awesome, if I do have to say so myself. You could make like a weekend retreat for yourself and just like get some tea, get some like nice cookies, get in your pajamas and like park yourself in front of your laptop watching video classes from the Life Editor Clubhouse all weekend long and make like your own little like self-care retreat for yourself, or like a business retreat for yourself, whatever it is that you're working on. Okay, so the final one, we talked about the Clubhouse, that's the membership site. We talked about the Academy, that's the mastermind group, which is really, really amazing. I love seeing the women support each other. And then finally is Life Editor Weekend. So this is my big retreat, which you could also call an event, that I host here in Orlando, Florida. So Life Editor Weekend is normally held at Lakeside Inn, which is, let me get this right, it's the longest continuously running hotel in the state of Florida. It's been continuously running for something like 170 years. It's this great big mansion right on the lake. It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. There's walking trails. There's like those little paddle boats that go out on the lake. There's a ghost tour. There's a Zen garden. There's shopping and food. There's a lot of food. And it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. If you haven't been to Florida before, it's amazing. There's a reason that more people vacation in Florida than any other state. So I host Life Editor Weekend at this beautiful resort twice a year. We used to only do it once a year, but now we're doing it twice a year because it's becoming so popular. And it's really an excuse for me to have 2 vacations a year because I love it too. Like, yes, it's for you. The retreat is for you, but it's my vacation too. And I'm having so much fun. So at Life Editor Weekend, it's open to the public. So anyone who buys a ticket can come. And we do life editing training sessions. So we go through the 5 steps of the life editing process. We talk about self-care. Honestly, we probably talk about self-care more than anything else because most of the people who are coming to Life Editor Weekend haven't been doing their self-care in like a long, long time. And that might be their first time they've done something good for themselves in months or years. So we do talk a lot about self-care and making a good self-care schedule. Oh, Tina says, ghost tour, cool. It is really cool. Like, as you can imagine, like a hotel that's almost 200 years old. It's pretty creepy. And last time they had this guy come out and tell all these creepy ghost stories and lead us around the hotel and show us all these like spooky rooms and haunted staircases and stuff. And then we walked all around town too, where the church is supposed to be haunted, the movie theater is haunted, the restaurants are haunted, there's old speakeasies and stuff. It's really cool. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, there's a train that runs right through town too, this like great old historic train. So there's all kinds of like creepy places. But, okay, so the ghost tour, it's really creepy and cool. It's also really silly too. It's also like, it's not gonna give you nightmares because the guy who's performing the ghost tour does all these like silly puns and does all these like weird voices and accents, and he's acting out all of this like drama. It's really fun. It's really fun. You're gonna love it. So anyway, so it's open to the public. Anyone who buys a ticket can come to Life Editor Weekend, and we do it twice a year at Lakeside Inn here in Orlando, Florida. So far, we haven't outgrown Lakeside, and we're in one conference meeting room on the side by the Zen garden. If we get much larger, we're going to have to move into the bigger room, and then if we get much larger than that, we might need to find another venue. Because, I mean, it's an old hotel. It's not made to house like 300 people in a conference. But we'll see. For now, and for the foreseeable future, it's at Lakeside Inn. But if we do get larger, it's Orlando. There are hundreds of resort hotels here that we can move the event into if we need to. Janet says, can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. Yay! Yes, Lake Manager Weekend is pretty fun. It's pretty fun. So I hope that cleared up the difference between Clubhouse, Academy, and Weekend. But now, speaking of the weekend, let me answer the next question is, what's in the goodie bags for Life Editor Weekend? Yes. Okay, so when you come to Life Editor Weekend, you get a goodie bag full of stuff. Now, let me show you. This is actually it. I actually packed this up this morning. I'm so bad. I still have so much to do for next week. I have to pack all the goodie bags. I need to pack up all the craft supplies, all the poster boards, the washi tape, the pens, the mason jars. I need to load up all of the videos on my computer. I have so much to do. It's going to be great. But here is one of our goodie bags. So you get a nice cloth canvas bag. I don't know, can you see this? It says Life Editor Weekend and love my logo. So I got these printed at, it used to be called PixArt printing, but now it's called Printi, P-R-I-N-T-I. That's where I get all of my printing done, whether it's for canvas bags or notebooks, or I get my planners printed there too. They're a US-based print shop, and they do amazing work. I think they have like mugs and stuff now, all sorts of like weird office seat things, like notepads and folders and pens and whatever. You can get whatever you want printed on them. Anyway, so I got these great canvas bags. So I want you to have some way of carrying all this stuff around. And then in the bags, of course, you've got our agenda, so everything that's going to happen at Life Editor Weekend, like we have it all mapped out here, so you can make sure you don't miss any of the sessions that are really important to you. So let me just briefly tell you the sessions that we're going to be doing this year. So obviously we're doing, we have our welcome reception the first night, and then we go over the 5 steps of the life editing process. So that's create a foundation, delete bad influences, add good habits and routines, rearrange everything into a perfect flow, and then make white space for personal self-care. So each step has its own little session here. We do have breaks. I know everyone wonders about that, like, how many breaks do you have? We have between 5 and 6 hours of breaks every day. So you'll have plenty of time to relax, to go like write in your journal under a tree, go take a nap, go walk downtown and go antiquing, because there's all sorts of shops. You can go swimming too. Here's the thing, and I have to say this every year because people who aren't from Florida don't get it, and I didn't get it until I moved to Florida. But when you're here, when you're at Life Editor Weekend and you're hanging out with us, we swim in the pool. We don't swim in the lake. We swim in the pool. We don't swim in the lake. Can anyone guess why we don't swim in the lake? Chomp, 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 gator, gator, gator. I mean, I'm laughing, it's kind of funny, but this is Florida. There are gators in all of our waterways here. So if you try to go swimming in the lake, you might meet a scaly friend who might not be happy to see you. Let's just say that. So yeah, Linda got it, gators. So just be careful. I'm just saying that as you come to the weekend. You can go on the lake. You can go on the lake on the dock. You can go on the lake in the paddle boats. You can go on the lake in the lake tours. They also have the, what's that called? There's a plane that like takes off on the water and then it lands on the water. You know what I'm talking about? They have all sorts of like stuff like that and pontoon boats and things. You can be on the lake. You just can't be in the lake, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm not trying to scare you. I swear I'm not trying to scare you. Anyway, so there's plenty of breaks during Life Editor Weekend. Then Friday night we have our pajama party. So let me let me show you my slippers. So I'm not gonna have the typical like bunny slippers because I'm not. But I will have my flamingo slippers on. This is a preview of my pajamas. Cause it's Florida. It's Florida. You gotta have your flamingos. Yes, yes, yes. So I will be wearing my pajamas, and I'm not forcing people to wear their pajamas. Oh, Tina shared a picture of a gator. Yes, yes. But you gotta watch out for gators. Anyway, I will be wearing my pajamas at our pajama party, and I really, really encourage everyone to wear their pajamas because it's very fun, and we're trying to have fun at Life Editor Weekend. This is not a stuffy business retreat. I'm saying that like you guys don't know that I'm not a stuffy business person. Anyway, so we have our pajama party Friday night. I'll be wearing these in my pajamas. But what are we doing Friday night is we're going to be doing some crafts. So we're going to be making do-it-yourself bucket list jars. If you search my YouTube, you're going to find a video where I show you how to make a bucket list jar. So you guys can see this, yeah. So it's a mason jar full of these little scrolls, and this is just like scrapbook paper held together with washi tape. So a bucket list jar, if you haven't made one of these before, it's really, really fun. We make a list of your bucket list items or things that you want to do in your life before you kick the bucket, as they say. I find that really morbid. I call it a life list or a things to do list, but everyone else calls it a bucket list, but I find that really weird. Anyway, so we write down all of these things that you want to do, and you can make it like a year-long bucket list. So you write down 52 things, so one a week. Or you could make it like writing prompts. You could use it as a gratitude jar. So every week or every day you put something in here that you're grateful for. You can make it a gift for somebody, like write down 100 things that you love about somebody, each one on a different slip of paper, and put it in here and then give it as a gift. There's so many different ways you could use this. But anyway, then we have scrapbook paper that's cut into little strips. You write down whatever your bucket list item is. You wrap it around itself, seal it with washi tape, and put it in your jar. So I think you can kind of see that. So we're making these during the pajama party. We're also doing vision boards, which is kind of the same idea, talking about like things you want to do in your bucket list, things you want to accomplish. And over there, which you can't see, I have like big tubs full of magazines that we're going to cut up and make our vision boards. Or if you want like a portable one, you can make a vision journal, which brings me to all the other stuff that's in here. So in here too, I've got, I have a whole bunch of prompts for you of different things that you can put in your bucket list, just to like get people thinking. I have a bunch of books too that have bucket list ideas. Sorry, just finishing up the agenda. We're talking about overcoming resistance. We're talking about goal setting and planning, list making and journaling. That's a big part of day 2. We do a lot of like journaling type stuff. Working on your money mindset, best practices for your business, how to market your business, because not everyone who works with me has a business, but a lot of them do. And a lot of the tactics that we use to have a successful business can apply to other areas of your life. So that's why we do talk about business at the retreat. Let's see. Creating urgency, finding accountability partners. We have an intention setting party, which that's in here too. Everyone's getting little cards so they can write notes to their future selves. And we're going to be doing this during our intention setting party because we're going to set our intention for what we want to happen for the rest of the year. And then we're going to write special notes to our future selves, giving encouragement, forgiveness, whatever we think our future selves are going to need. And then I'm going to mail them to you 3 months from the date of the weekend. So then 3 months from now, you're going to have like a little reminder of what was important to you, a little pep talk from yourself, giving you that motivation that you need to keep going. Yes, Janet says, I'll bring the magazine clippings. I never glued to the last vision board I worked on. Yes, yes. If you're coming to Life Editor Weekend and you have any magazines or any photos or whatever, like print them off, bring them with you, because we're going to be making our vision boards. Okay, so that's everything in the agenda. Speaking of agenda, everyone gets, yay! This is your workbook for Life Editor Weekend, and this is just washi tape because for all of my books and notebooks or whatever, I always had to put like a strip of washi tape on them, so none of my clients like walk away with my stuff, like just so I know that it's mine. Can you see it? It's donuts. It's like little pink donuts. So anyway, this is your workbook for Life Editor Weekend, and place for your name and everything. But it's got all of the slides and everything that we're going to be going over during. I can't show you everything in here, but these are the slides. So you have copies of the slides. I use this to also keep track of my notes because I don't know if you're like this, but I get really frustrated when someone's doing a slideshow and they just read the slides. Do you know what I'm talking about? And this has bothered me since I was like in corporate, like 10, 15 years ago, where someone would make a slideshow and then they just like read the slide word for word. And I'm like, come on, dude, don't just like read the slide. Add some other things in there. Tell us other stories. Don't just like read the slides. Like we could read the slides on our own. So I don't read the slides, but if you look at my slides, many of them are just like little ideas, little bullet points, but not like the full thing that I'm trying to get across. So I put notes in here like, yeah, I'm going to be practicing this weekend because I do practice before I give a presentation. I'm going to be putting in all of my notes, like the little side stories that I want to talk about, or the little like extra nuggets of wisdom. I also put in all of my music cues into my workbook. I don't know if you guys do this at other retreats or other conferences you go to, but I like to play music while my attendees are writing. So I'll give you a prompt, like, I don't know, take 3 minutes to write about whatever, or write your next action steps for this. And then I turn on some music, and I'm really nerdy. I like the music to like correspond to what we are like talking about. Anyway, you'll see in the videos from the retreat, but I put all of my music cues in here so I know which song to play at which prompts. Yeah, and then I keep track of other things at the retreat. I do one-on-one sessions with everyone there too, so like, if you thought you were just going to be able to like sit back and do your own thing, no, I'm going to be talking to you one-on-one about what your goals are and how I can help support you too. So all of that goes in my workbook. So you guys are getting workbooks too. Back to the bag. What else is in here? Yeah, pens, of course. These are my absolute favorite pens in the whole wide world. These are the Paper Mate Flare pens. So everyone's getting a pack of these. I know these look like, oh, these are just the normal colors. And these are just the normal colors, but Paper Mate Flare comes in so many like colors, like hundreds of colors. They've got their tropical ones. They've got their bold ones. They got their candy ones. All sorts of like beautiful, beautiful colors. What I love about these is that they don't smear when you're writing with them. They come in tons and tons of colors, which is important to me because I don't know if you do this, but I color code everything. Like everything that's on my calendar is color coded so I know exactly what project it goes with. Remember we were talking about project plans? Yes, Hiromi, Costco has a mega pack. So yeah, go to Costco. You get a whole bunch of them too. You can buy these on Amazon. But I know like every 3 months or so they come out with like different like fashion colors or whatever they call it. So they come out with like their pastels and their jewel tones. I've got their candy colored ones too. They're really, really nice. So they don't smear. They don't have that ghosting on the back of the page. In my planners and my workbooks, I use glossy pages. So I really like it because you can write on glossy paper too without it smearing all over the place. Yeah, so basically colors, no smearing. You can get them everywhere. Love them. So you guys are getting a pack of pens. Also, you're getting a name tag. Linda, here's your name tag. So yeah, I give everyone name tags. Nobody wore their name tags last time. But hey, you get a name tag anyway. because nobody wore their name tag because half of the ladies were wearing their swimsuits the whole time. I'm not even kidding. It's 90 degrees here, so like a lot of the ladies just wore their swimsuits with like their robe, their like swim cover up. And then during the breaks, they were hopping in the pool or getting a tan out on the docks. So like nobody's gonna wear like a name tag. This is not like other retreats. This is not like stuffy business conferences you've been to before. Okay, so also in your bag, you're gonna get a 12-week planner. Oh my gosh! Yes, so you know you can download your 12-week planner in the Life Editor Clubhouse right now. And I know a lot of you are doing the Edit Everything Challenge with us, which is a whole course all about doing a 12-week plan. But for those of you who are coming to Life Editor Weekend, you get a printed one. You get a printed one. Yes, so you're going to get a printed one. But here's the thing. You're going to be using this. You're going to be using this during the retreat. I can't give it all away, but as we're going through the sessions, you're going to be filling out stuff in here. You're going to be making your plans in here. You know where I'm going with this, because when you leave Life Editor Weekend, I'm not just like pushing you away saying, thanks for coming, see ya, get out of here. No. You're going to have your own 12-week master action plan so you can get started the moment you get home. I bet you've done this before, where you've gone to retreats, you've gone to conferences, or even if you've done like online like retreats or online webinar type things, you take a bunch of notes and there's a lot of like little tidbits, little nuggets of wisdom that stand out. And you're going to get that. You're going to get that a lot at Life Editor Weekend, but you're going to have a plan too. So it's not just, oh, do this 60-second thing, oh, do this thing. We're actually going to make a plan for your specific goals. So whatever you're doing in your life, your business, your career, your relationships, your health, your money, your self-care, all of that stuff, we're going to make specific plans for the next 12 weeks. So you're going to know what you're doing every single week for the next 12 weeks after the retreat. Everything's going to be plugged in to a specific week. You're going to know what your tasks are. Remember at the beginning of this call, we were talking about choosing your 3 tasks per day. Yeah, you're going to have that all mapped out for yourself. And you're going to feel really, really good. But not only that, you're going to have all of the friends and accountability partners that you made at the weekend. And you know where this is going. If you like the weekend, there's something after the weekend that you could join that could help you with your goals. You know it. I'm talking about the Academy. So it's really, really amazing. So after the weekend, you have this master action plan, your map to follow going forward. Because I've been to too many retreats where I take a bunch of notes and then don't do anything when I get home, and I don't want that to happen to you. Oh no, Linda says my screen is frozen. Uh-oh. It looks like I'm moving now, but if I'm still frozen, let me know. It looks like I'm moving on my side. So I'm going to keep going, but if we have to make this just audio, then it's just audio. We will roll with it. Yes, the last thing that's in here is a nice postcard for Life Editor Academy. I bet a bunch of you are going to be getting them in the mail very soon too. So just more information about that. That's everything that's in your goodie bags for Life Editor Weekend so far. I will probably be adding a few more things. I've got a week. I've got a week to add more things. Okay, thanks, Shelby. Yeah, it looks like I'm good. I think I might have just froze for a second, but I think we're good right now. All right, good. So yeah, that's everything that's in your goodie bags for Life Editor Weekend. So the workbook, the 12-week planner, your name tag, your pens, your happiness challenge, your agenda, your intention setting cards. I'm sure there's going to be more. Oh, well, I'm definitely going to put like some kind of granola bars or whatever in there too, because I want to make sure that nobody gets too hungry or nobody's like tummies are rumbling. Although at Life Editor Weekend, we have snacks and drinks the entire time. Again, something I noticed at other retreats, I would get like really hungry at like 2 or 3 o'clock, and like my stomach would be growling, but I'm like trying to take notes and I'm like, I need a snack. So I don't take away the snacks. I remember one retreat I went to for another coach, and they took away the coffee. immediately after breakfast. So like at 9 o'clock, as soon as the first session started, coffee was gone for the whole rest of the day. And I was I was like so heartbroken. I like was like, no, don't take my coffee. So yeah, I made sure. Lakeside Inn is so good. They are so sweet to us. So coffee, drinks, snacks are going to be there the whole time. But I'm also going to put a few extra snacks in your bag just in case. I got to show you this. This is my washi tape haul, and I know it looks really unattractive because it's in a great big bag. But this is what I was talking about earlier. All the washi tape that we use for our do-it-yourself bucket list jars. So I've got all of this washi tape. You can't see, but my conference table is covered in scrapbook paper for our bucket list jars. Underneath my couch, everything is like I'm not showing you, but my office is really, really trashed right now. But under my couch, I've got all of this colored paper for our vision boards. Oh, but you could also do like a vision journal in your 12-week planner. So we've got all this stuff. My office looks really, really bad right now because I've got like my slippers, all of the bag stuff, all of the crafting things. Like it's like really messy. But anyway, okay, so I hope that answered your question about what's in the goodie bags for Life Editor Weekend. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, some of you had asked, yes, you will get the videos from Life Editor Weekend. I will upload them to the Life Editor Clubhouse after the event. So yeah, I know some of you couldn't come this year. It's okay, it's okay. We've got another one in September. So maybe you can come in September, but I'll upload the videos so you can watch them and do your own little mini retreat at home. I know it's not the same because it's different when you're at the event and you're actually talking to everyone, you're interacting with the other ladies, and you're going out to dinner and you're eating ice cream as you're walking on the beach and like all that stuff. It's different when you're there, but you'll still get the video, so don't worry about that. Last question I had that I have a little bit of time to get to. Okay, so if you want to make money fast in your business, should you focus on active income or passive income? This came up this week as I was talking to one of my clients. Okay, so I know you've heard me talk about this before, about the difference between active income and passive income for your business. So active income is when you are actively doing whatever it is that somebody is paying you for. You have an active role in it. You're right there doing the thing. So for me, I'm a coach. When I do Skype calls or when I'm talking to one of my clients like this is active income. I'm getting paid to actually be there. It's really me. This is not a robot. I'm actually here interacting with my clients. That's active income. If you, like, let's say you're a jewelry maker and you do custom designs or custom bracelets or necklaces or earrings or whatever, and you have to interact with that client and you have to go back and forth and get their styles, get their colors, and really talk about what they want in the final piece, that's active income because you have to actually be there doing the thing. If you're a graphic designer and you're talking back and forth about what kind of a logo they want, what kind of colors they want on their website, whatever, that's active income. You're really there doing the thing. Passive income, on the other hand, is when you make something once and then it can sell over and over and over and over again without you having to do more work. So it's what they call selling in your sleep, because you can get sales when you're sleeping, when you're on vacation, when you're working on other things. The sales can keep coming in without you having to actively be there and monitor the sale and the delivery of whatever it is. So passive income might be something like an online course. So you might make an online course with pre-recorded videos, pre-made worksheets, whatever, audio that they can download, and somebody can buy that course and then instantly get all of the stuff. They don't have to wait for you to wake up. They don't have to wait for you to push through the sale. They don't have to wait for an email. They get it all as soon as they buy it. So for me, my passive income is the Life Editor Clubhouse. People can pay for a silver level membership and get right in there and immediately start watching videos, downloading the worksheets, doing the courses right away. I made the things once. I recorded a class once, and then people can watch it hundreds, thousands of times. It's always there for them. I'm trying to think of other like passive income things. So, okay. If you are a designer, like a jewelry designer, we'll just do that again. Let's say you have a tutorial for how to make your best-selling necklace. So you have a PDF tutorial that people can go to your website or go to your Etsy page or whatever, click a button, buy that PDF tutorial, and boom, they instantly get it and they can instantly get started. And you made that tutorial once, and then it can sell over and over and over and over again. So maybe if you're a graphic designer or a web designer, maybe you do a website theme, you design it once, and then you just sell it repeatedly. And that's the difference between active income and passive income. So the question was, and this came up during a call with one of my clients this week, if you want to earn money fast, you're just starting your business, you have a little baby business, and you want to earn money fast, because of course you do. Should you focus your time on active income or passive income? And my thoughts about this is that I want you to get the biggest bang for your buck. When your business is small, you probably have a very small email subscriber list. If you even have people on your email subscriber list at all, you probably have very low numbers for your social media following. You probably don't have a lot of traffic to your website or your shop yet. And that's okay. We all start at zero. We all start at zero. I did. I certainly did. Some days it felt like less than zero. So we all start where we start. But if you want to make a lot of money passively, you need to have a very large following. And here's the reason. With active income, because it's really you right there in your face doing the thing, you can charge more because it's really you. I charge more for my private coaching. I charge more for the academy because it's really me. I'm right there in front of them. I'm working on their problems with them together, right there. Or they're coming to the academy retreats, and we're all together in a vacation home, in our pajamas, eating pizza together. We're all doing it right there in person. So they get more of you. They get you one-on-one in person. You can charge more for that. Whereas with passive income, where they don't get you, they get a pre-recorded you, or they get a cut and paste you, or you did something once and it's selling thousands of times, you can't charge as much for that because it's not you. It's not you live. Think about if you, I don't know, think about if you wanted to go to a retreat that Oprah was hosting. So Oprah's hosting this like Super Soul retreat or whatever. You'd have to pay a lot of money to go hang out with Oprah. Whereas if you were buying a DVD of her greatest hits from her talk show, that's a lot less. So like going to an Oprah retreat would be thousands of dollars, but buying a DVD of her old talk show videos would be $20, $30, a lot cheaper. Because it's not her, it's not live. So getting back to the active and passive income for earning money quickly. When you're just starting your business, you don't have that big following, you can't make a lot of money passively. Even if every single person who's following your business buys from you, that might only be 10 sales. Sorry, I know that's harsh, tough love right now, but it's true. When you're starting your business, you're not gonna have the following to support making a lot of money through passive income. So you've got to build up your active income. And that means like doing one-on-one calls or consultations, or doing custom work, or hosting in-person workshops at your local library or coffee shop or community center, or doing something in person, going to people's houses, helping them organize. Whatever it is, you have to be right there with your clients, because when they get more of you, you can charge more. So even if you have a small following, if you can make some kind of package, an active income package, where they're getting you in person, helping them, you can charge more. So you might be able to do, I don't even know. Okay, let's say you're a coach. You might be able to charge I can't even like say what you would charge because it's all over the place. But you could charge a few $100s a month for coaching and doing in-person stuff and make some good money from your few clients. Whereas with passive income, if you were selling some kind of like digital organizer or a digital planner, you might only be able to make, I don't know, $20, $30, $40, $50 from the sale of that. So bottom line is, when you're starting your business, focus 90% of your energy on your active income. I know we all want to get to that point where we just can kind of coast and have all that passive income and have all that passive money coming to us while we're sleeping or while we're doing other things. And you'll get there. You will definitely get there. But give yourself and give your business time to grow. Grow your email subscriber list. Grow your social media following. Get that know, like, and trust factor going. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hop into the Clubhouse and watch the Startup in 60 videos, because it goes over everything you need to do to start your business from scratch. So focus most of your energy on active income and you'll get more money coming in faster, even when you don't have a big following. So you want fast money when you're in startup mode? Go with the active income. Be right there with your clients. You can charge more if they get more of you. And honestly, you're going to get much better testimonials because they get to speak right with you. All right, so let me just check my list. Those are all the questions that I had coming in. I don't see any other questions coming through in the comments. Like, holy cow, guys, thanks for being here on this call. Like, this has been amazing. I love it when there's a lot of interaction. I know this was kind of like a silly call too, with my slippers and all of the stuff in the goodie bags, but this was great. This was really great. All right, so this is an Ask Me Anything call for March 2018. We do this every single month. So if you have a question that you want me to answer in the next Ask Me Anything call, please send it to sage@sagegrayson.com or type it in the comments and I will answer it on the next call. All right, thanks, Life Editors. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.